You're alive. Good evening, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents, wonderful gents. Good afternoon and good morning if you're tuning in tomorrow. What's up? How's you doing out there, folks? I'm glad to be here with you on another beautiful evening. When I say beautiful, it's definitely beautiful today, tonight, and hopefully tomorrow. And hopefully all you folks out there have a wonderful, you know, day to come. I'm hoping that everyone's going to tune in and listen up closely and clear to what the breaking news is. The breaking news, and it's a funny message because trying to get my phones to sit up properly. We are talking about something like the Coon of the Year, and it's about to reveal itself. To be honest, it's two people that's really on my mind. It's shown with one, and it's about to 100% disperse like a bubble with another one. But it's funny. How you doing, folks? How you doing out there? I'm noticing that there's a lot of folks out there who's been kind of quiet. Some people be taking vacations, and some people just be on fire. And like myself, I'm on fire. You know what I'm saying? Even as I'm taking a vacation, there's always something going on, something hot. So I'm thinking, I was on my phone earlier today. I was looking at something. I seen your boy Monty, Monty Woodgreen. Big shout out to him because I remember he was one of the most highly hated individual in Umar's camp at that time. It was so funny because what I'm saying. Then when I watched his skits and everything, I was like, Lord, this guy's out of control. Being involved in getting down with the get down, I choose now to understand why this young man has been able to create such a deeply rooted character in regards to when it comes to Umar Johnson, because it's just kind of like easy to one it's easy to try and assassinate a person's character, but it's easy when it comes to Umar because he just a character and a half. And so I was just watching Monty's little show, and it tickled me because I laughed because this dude is crazy. He was doing something on Lennon, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, yo, this dude is. A lot of these folks, they really need to be able to get more recognition and more credit for the things they do. You know what I'm saying? Because this individual, Monty Woodgreen, even though what I'm saying, like I say, I don't like how we be disrespecting one another, but sometimes individuals kind of bring it upon themselves. And I really say to us, a lot of us, our talent is being wasted, and time is being wasted on wasting our talent. But you know what I'm saying, I won't say wasted because what I'm saying, people are doing what they do and getting and being compensated. But this individual need a bigger stage. And honestly, I want to be that promoter. I would like to actually really sit and poly with this young man and a couple other individuals because I'm about to go on tour with this whole Umar Johnson episode, because this Umar Johnson episode is bigger than life. You know what I'm saying? Because it is part of our lives. Look at us, we're all involved. We got me even bringing up the Coon of the Year. So, folks, like I said, who do you have for the Coon of the Year? Now, I went to Monty because he was talking about Lennon, and Lennon was my nominee for Coon of the Week. That was about like 3 weeks ago, and since he has disappeared for at least like 2 weeks. He'll say he's been on vacation, la la lee, la la lo, la la la, but You know what I'm saying? You be nominated Coon of the Week. I'm a small dude. I want to. It's so funny because you ask folks, you know, do you think a person with 130 some subscribers can be damaging? A person with one subscriber could be damaging. You heard? So let's see how this man comes back from being nominated Coon of the Week. And then shout out to Monty on his little skit on Lennon. And you know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like real people going to really recognize and see. And it's like, come on, this is like bullshit. And we ain't talk about your money. We just talk about like, okay, this is bullshit. Like, where or when do you bring it to a halt, an end? Like when I go to this kid vault, I see a catalog of individuals that he tend to touch. I seen he touched Max V. I seen he touched. I seen he touched Hassan Campbell. He touched Hassan Campbell in the way that Hassan Campbell had to shoot back at him. But I kind of didn't respect the shot that he sent at Monty because I'm like, I understood the shot, but I only understood it from a one perspective, so I couldn't overstand it because it wasn't right. Because he kind of mentioned like, yo, I've seen some videos about people they do many videos on Umar, but he stayed focused on you. Nah, so why don't you shout those people out? Why don't you shout who do those videos? There's only really one. Well, there's many, but there's only one true other individual. If you're gonna call out Monty, it's Lennon. And so you got mad because Monty also, did something on you. And with that being said, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't take your shot that you shot at him 100% serious because Uma owes me 3 G's, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's that. It's like, he's not really a real up straight up straight guy. You know what I'm saying? He's like kind of like leaning like the Eiffel Towers. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, it's kind of like disturbing because we got to respect people's opinions when it comes to how they truly feel about these individuals that putting themselves in the spotlight. Because he put himself in the spotlight in a way that I have to really respect Monty. Because when I actually listen to Monty, like I said, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about when I was in the school, when I had to keep my radar on this boy. You know what I'm saying? And so when I was listening to him, I'm like, yo, damn, ooh, you from Philly and you got these Philly folks feeling this way, bro. I'm like, I couldn't be 100% mad at the dude because I listened to what dude said when he was on this serious conversation. He was like, yo, you running all over the world trying to find schools and you from Philly, and Philly's one of the biggest cities, and Pennsylvania is one of the biggest states that needs something like this, and you all over the place, you ain't even taking care of home. And with that being said, that's his gripe. I respect that. You cannot deny he don't have a point. And with that being said, it's like when you start cooning around and coonism becomes is part of you and it gets in your blood and it becomes your DNA. Don't be mad when people really calling you out for it. He has a true gripe, and he said, "Yo, we from Philly. I'm from Philly. Not we as me, but he's from Philly. You from Philly. Why y'all not making Philly pop? Especially if you were to put the school, let's say in Virginia. Let's say you put the school somewhere in Detroit. It's like, yo, bro, you got Philly, and Philly got enough land, territory, space. Explain to us what, break it down why Philly's not a good choice, and because no real strong explanation to the people going to do what they do. And so I respect the kid and his gangster on how he really went on him for all this time. And I don't even think it's about him really trying to build his subscribers and keep building like to a point where he's huge and big like these individuals where he got like 10,000 people every time he does a video. I mean, it would be nice, but I think he genuinely does things because he can. He finds the humor, he has a talent, and he's going to touch it because he has the time. You know what I'm saying? And as long as people are going to pay attention to it, that's where the problem really develops. So as long as people pay attention to the fuckery, then the coons will be called out. So he called out two coons. He called out Lennon the Coon and Umar the Coon. He also called out Max V the Coon. He called out three Coon nominees that I know of. And I don't know this man. I don't watch and follow his videos. It's just that when I did pay attention to a couple little things, I was able to see through all the funny style shit and see this young man's anger and pain and his sense of humor at the same time. So, as we talk about the coon of the year, I haven't done the coon of the week in a minute because, like I said, when the ultimate trolling warrior steps into the arena and come in the ring, when it's like WrestleMania and it's the Battle Royal, he's clearing everything out. So because I pretty much cleared everything out 3 weeks ago, like I said, I had to see what the temperature was in the YouTube streets. I checked its temperature, seen what it's about, doused the little fires, added a little fuel to it, put out a few fires. You know what I'm saying? It's all about controlling the kitchen. I'm a chef, I'm a cook. I know how to control the flames. So now it's time to turn it up as we exit out this year. We're going to turn up the flames. We're going to turn up the pressure with the water. We're going to put more flames out that need to be put out. We're going to turn up all those flames that need to be turned up to really toast up some good old raccoon. I was watching this one show. This dude, he cooks up everything. He was cooking his raccoon. And, you know, as he was skinning the raccoon, he almost threw up. Matter of fact, he pretty much did throw up because the raccoon stink so much. Raccoons stink, even though people eat raccoons. But not only do raccoons just be meddling and everything, but they stink when you cook them. Who's cooning around with all that stink on them? Who got all that stink on them? All that stink juice? Yeah, the streets been kind of quiet. The streets been kind of quiet, which is a good thing. Even though everybody's still cooning, you see people getting to beefs over beefs over beefs. You know what I'm saying? If Umar was smart, he really would have jumped with that Freddie Gibbs, and he could have really had all that Freddie Gibbs energy, all focused on him, giving him all that hype. But nah, he let that Freddie Gibbs whole opportunity disappear, and Freddie Gibbs is going to get himself some trouble somewhere. He's all over the place. All I keep hearing about is Freddie Gibbs getting into beef and beef with this and beef with that. We gotta stop cooning around, folks. It's like we watching this shit like it's a real soap opera, and people becoming part of this whole shit. I know people watching this sector, folks. I want you to know this sector got eyes, many ways, many people watching. Many people know the different characters in the sector, and they live in pretty much how this sector is portraying itself to be. I'm seeing it in the ways of people itself. And I'm like, damn, it's too much, too close to the sector, how they acted. And then when you see it's like, oh yeah, they know Umar's. So they know some of the players in this sector. They find a humor. They know where to find some humor. They know where people cooning at. You understand? Is this job for me? So I got called out. So I'm going to call out for the end of the year. Who would like to cast their vote? Who would like to cast their vote? And when I say who would like to cast their vote, folks, who got somebody that is not on the list? Let me give you a quick briefing of the list that we have put together with some the last, or shall I say, the first time we did this. Of course, you know Umar Johnson. Then we had Stephen A. Smith. He's been cooning for years. I actually personally threw Chris Rock in there because I didn't like how he body slam or tried to body slam and throw Kyrie Irving over the top rope. You know what I'm saying? But now he's still in the ring. Irving's still in the ring, folks. He's still in the ring. We got Leonard Honor. Leonard Honor moving. He done moved at the top of the list. It's kind of funny because I mean, on the breakdown when I was thinking about it, he really is in my personal vote. He's getting a lot of percentage of the Coon of the Year. Me personally, it's kind of funny. I even threw Mike Tyson up in there, and my reason is because Mike Tyson, for all his life, Mike Tyson has been underneath white power. It has been underneath a white power structure, and Mike Tyson has been definitely in a state where I just do not understand how he just can't step out of that structure for 1 second and start building up black power. And so I threw Mike Tyson over there because, you know, as he said, who's Umar Johnson? And although Umar Johnson feels that Mike Tyson and everybody's supposed to know who he is, it was just like Mike Tyson has such great intelligence of everybody and anybody. He could talk about Gandhi, he could talk about this person, he could talk about that person, he could talk about pharaohs. But when it comes to a person who's right here in hometown doing something in modern day time or trying to do something and really in the spotlight, many different angles, many people ridicule, many people giving him big up. He's one to talk about Luke Campbell on stage getting head and having sex on stage. And so with all that being said, and then ready to fight these white boys and give them all this millions of dollars, yeah, I think Mike Tyson has put himself in that category. Although I love him for the way he's thinking now, how he's talking and breaking it down, that's even more reason why I had to put him up in there, you know, in that category. Knowing Mike Tyson's not going to get Coon of the Year, but I want him to recognize that, nah, nigga, fuck out of here. What the hell wrong with you? Bring some of that money really to the fucking hood and stop playing. Do some real celebrity fights in the hood. If you really want to do it, keep that money over here right now. Black power. So then we had somebody threw academics up in there. Somebody said academics. They call academics out. I was like, whoa, okay. Academics. You made the list for Cool New Year. Somebody nominated you, you know what I'm saying? I definitely know that you're not going to get the victory on that, but I mean, when you really think about it, I mean, shit. Are you cooning around? I don't know. I ain't take time out to investigate. Tariq Nasheed was nominated. I don't know if that was just someone that was just a Umar Johnson lover, but Tariq Nasheed was nominated. Tariq Nasheed, if I'm not mistaken, he generates a lot of money to open up his museum. I would like to put some stuff up in the museum, so you know what I'm saying? I don't think that you're going to get the Coon of the Year yourself, so but you've been nominated. So we're going to throw you out there. You've been nominated, home skillet. I would like to know why that person nominated you. I also had to throw D. Darrell up in there for Coon of the Year because he's one of the flip floppers. Chaletas. How you say that? Chocolatas. And I actually got to go back and to really understand, go back to the flip flops because we're gonna do that episode of flip floppers. That's a funny episode, the flip floppers. You know what I'm saying? Many people be flip flopping all over the place. straight flip-flops. D Darrell is one of the #1 flip-floppers. They're all over the place. And you know what I'm saying, flip-floppers, it's hard to trust flip-floppers, man. It's kind of scary, you know what I'm saying? When you be watching those shows and those movies and those series, it'd be the flip-floppers that bodies the real dude, man. The real dude be doing everything. Next thing, the flip-flopper catches you, stab you with some old rusty nail, smoke a cigarette and spit on you, and then walk away. It'd be some real shit, you know what I'm saying? Those flip-floppers. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, is like, that's why we need real ultimate warriors, you know what I'm saying? Because by having real people, you know what I'm saying, really together and not all over the flip-flop world, we really can make some power moves, you know what I'm saying? Because a year that went by and the sector, like now I said, is dead. The sector's dead. No way Umar Johnson sector could be dead when so much is really constantly going on. I just went to court the other day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know how the sector's dead. This one's still on fire. I don't know who put We on Lock out there. I don't know if it was me. I don't think it was me. I think it was someone else. They nominated We on Lock, and I just kind of confirmed that as well. But you know, We on Lock just was someone that came out there. But I mean, when you look at We on Lock in the sector itself, you know what I'm saying? You know, he came out of every corner at the beginning, had his mouth on every microphone and every live, and saying a whole bunch of nonsense because nothing came to fruition. And you know, I mean, that's played yourself. But I mean, Coon of the Year, I don't know. Then someone else even nominated Pillsbury Doughboy. I don't follow the chats and the lives and things like that enough, especially with Pillsbury, to really know too much about him. I'm pretty sure he done said a lot of clown shit about me. But hey, I don't think you're gonna get the Coon of the Year. I'm really leaning towards Lennon, and me personally, I'm actually really leaning more towards Lennon, even over Umar. That's the funniest shit. I'm leaning, when I say Coon of the Year, I actually had to really think about it. And I actually have to, me personally, I'm leaning more towards Lennon than Umar. And that's because when I look at Lennon and I look at a Coon, they look like first cousins. They act like first cousins. When I look at Umar, I see hyena. You understand? I don't really see him Coon. I see him more as a hyena, a wild animal that needs to be caged, trained, or annihilated because it's out of control. Eating everybody's food, trying to eat up everybody's food, and really not even share. Want all the food, just and then want to take everybody's food. It's just not doing right. So I don't really see Umar as winning this Coon of the Year. He's about to win something else. He's about to win the Biggest Loser, to be honest. He's going to win the Biggest Loser award, and that's going to reveal itself. And if it's all in the hands of me, that's some funny shit. That's some funny shit. But he's ice skating right now. He's skating all over the place. He's ice skating. But Lennon Honor, where have you been? Lennon Honor. When you come back, Lennon Honor, what you going to talk about? Umar's new haircut? What you going to talk about when you come back, Lennon? Like I say, he's going to prove that he was the Coon of the Year. He's going to prove. And you guys got to understand where I'm at with this. He's going to prove that he's the Coon of the Year. He disappeared since he's been nominated Coon of the Week. If he come back and talk about, well, Umar wasn't doing anything until then, there's nothing in the world for you to talk about. That's what we talk about Cooning, a big jester, a joke, a clown, a buffoon. Yo, Drama, what's up, man? Well, where I've been, I'm gonna tell you the honest God truth. Every time I'm about to do a live, I fell asleep. Like I think yesterday I was gonna do a live, and it was like 15 minutes before the live, and I said, let me just lay down for a little bit, and then I said I could go live now before I go to sleep. I said, nah, I'm too tired, and so my mouth, because I actually went to Delaware early in the morning. Then I drove like back here, and then I drove around for mad minutes. I mean, mad miles, and then I did some hustling, and then I was just tired. By the time I got back, I ate some food. I just needed to rest. And so I don't know. I don't be too excited to do these lives no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people want to hear what I be talking about. Although I know they kind of do want to hear what I'm talking about because the whole everything kind of like changed. Everything changed. So I know people want to hear what I'm talking about. I just wish people start actually talking about what it is I'm talking about with me on the level that we need to communicate this because my dialogue don't need to just be wasted, but my dialogue need to be sent on the airwaves. So I talk, but you know what I mean. I don't feel the same. Your boy Ghost, he no longer even want to tap in. You understand what I'm saying? He don't tap in. It's a whole year anniversary, and I haven't seen Ghost. So I don't know, DJ. You know, it's not the same, bro. It's not the same. No, I'll be falling asleep. But yeah, Ghost, what the dilly is. What the dilly? Where Ghost at? Whole year anniversary. Honestly, Ghost should be right now doing an interview with me. He should be interviewing me right now. You know what I'm saying? I think Ghost should be like doing an interview right now. Be like, yo, so let's talk. What's good? Let's give an update. You heard? So that's where I've been. I've just been chilling, doing my thing, trying to make this cream come in. This cream gonna come in for 2022. I'm going into 2022 driving, folks. And you know how it is, how I be, how I be, not cooning around. So yeah, yo, drama, what's up, man? That's what it do, man. I ain't gonna front. I'm thinking about this coon because this coon, I'm trying to see who you guys really think is cooning around in these streets. Stronger than Leonard Honor, stronger than Umar Johnson, stronger than a Stephen A. Smith, stronger than a D. Durrell, stronger than a Max V. You know what I'm saying? Who's cooning bigger than these folks? I only gave out two Coon awards. I gave out the first Coon award was I gave that one out to the dude, the nigga name, grown man. He got the Coon of the day, which lasted pretty much for a few days. Then Leonard Honor just came in, with some other shit, and just made me realize, damn, this dude really is a child. He's really a fucking baby raccoon. He's not even a full. He's not even a big. He's not even a full male raccoon. He's just a baby male raccoon. And it was so funny. So I was like, I can't resist this. And I felt so good to see Monty really go and do what he did on top of it in regards to doing a skit on Leonard as well, because it made me know that I ain't talking no bullshit. Leonard Honor, what are you going to talk about when you come back? Who are you going to talk about when you come back? Can you use your platform when you come back with something of real good intellect, a good intellectual conversation for 2.5 hours on something that's dealing with the new year, the people, and something that's in life right now that we can have a conversation about. I'm talking about the rocket in the sky that's still flying. And then, like I said, I was really just sitting back, and I don't know if it was because I was had something good, or if I was just blasted to another plateau. But I'm letting you know that, like, if you was in, well, I'm asking the question: if you was in space, we astronauts, so we in space, we floating, right? What is fast out there? I mean, things moving fast. What is fast out there? Right? So it's moving fast, right? Now, can it be stopped? Do we have technology that we can stop things that's moving and out there in orbit? Like as an astronaut, when you fully geared, like if we was to watch astronauts fully act and do the things they do, would it look like they superheroes? Do it look like the technology they have is super, like some other out of this world type shit? Because I was really sitting here thinking, because these jerks talk about this rock, this asteroid is worth $5 billion. Like, yo, how the hell we could say, yo, this rock is worth $5 billion? We could put a price tag on anything. So I'm like, okay, so if they estimate this rock to be worth $5 billion, are there some people that's out there that's collecting rocks? And so when I investigated, yeah, they've been collecting asteroids and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And rock particles forever. And just recently, because I think of what SpaceX or whatever that shit is, they've really been going at it even harder. So I want y'all to understand, folks, with technology where it's at right now, a person like Elon Musk can take $2.5 billion, go in space on his on some kind of exp, expenditure, if that's the right word, and we don't know what the was going on out there, but they could be collecting all sorts of rocks worth billions of dollars, and he bring back 50, 60, 70 billion dollars worth of rocks, and they breaking it down and getting all the different minerals and ores and irons and everything out of the shit, and all the other metals and all the other shit out there that they need for science. And they can just keep doing this shit for like the next 10 years while we sitting here starving on Earth. And they done collected and made hundreds of billions of dollars, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of quadrillion, trillions of dollars off of rocks in space. But like I say, we're gonna come back and talk about Umar Johnson socks for super chats. When he can really come back strong and come back and hit Don up, and we could discuss everything, even why he was nominated Coon of the Year. To break that down, talk about that, and get into this whole Umar Johnson shit for real, as we go into part 2 of this whole court situation. Oh yeah, I miss my court date, folks. I was really mad. Like, how the hell I missed my court date? How did I miss my court date? Is something going on here? But obviously, Umar missed his court date too. So Umar missed his court date. Umar Johnson was up in D.C. chilling when he had court. He was doing book signings when he had court. He was chasing cookies when he had court. So The judge need to know how much money he made just on that day alone. I want that. Yeah, we got a situation over here. So I went over to court yesterday. I went to court, took care of the business, had to take care of some business with the judge. And right now, pretty much I'm sure the judge is going to ride it out. And he got a major strike against him. Like, why you? He has to prove to him. He has. This what has to happen. He's going to have to prove to the judge why he missed court and why the judge should not bring the judgment on him. That's where it's at right now. You know what I'm saying? So we got a serious situation going on. Umar got a serious situation going on, and Leonard Arm is going to come back and talk about Umar Johnson eating pumpkin pie with whipped cream. He's going to be talking about how the whipped cream was on the bridge of his nose, and some was in his beard. You're going to be talking about that for like 15 minutes. A lot of people super chatting. Yeah. Cooning around. Like I say, folks, I'm looking at Mike Tyson. After Mike Tyson and do some old corny shit with boxing, is Mike Tyson really going to do a fundraiser for the black community? I ain't talking about no fucking give out. I ain't talking about no Christmas fucking toy give out bullshit. I'm talking about a fundraiser. For example, I'm gonna say two individuals right now. Jay-Z and Meek Mills. Meek Mills in Philly is doing a $500,000 toy giveaway drive. Sounds dope, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool. Not for real, cool. But it's a but with me. Then you got Jay-Z, who's taking 10 million and he's investing that into the cannabis business for people in the community in black community to get into the learn how to grow and starting to grow. It's all the years everybody been getting locked up for it. It's time for us to get up on it. So he took $10 million and invested into that. No giveaways. He invested into that. Meek Mills, you giving away $500,000 in some toys and some technical stuff like laptops and things like that, some cell phones. It's beautiful as well, but fuck that shit, because all that is something that we don't need right now. We need that $500,000 invested into something that's going to bring in more bread, more bread, more bread. Let's start getting our investment game up. Fuck this. Black folks, I'm the mean one. These black folks have their hands out too long, too much. Expect handouts too much and too long. Let's start teaching them how to fucking start learn how to flip and take their lazy asses and start making some power moves, because there's $50 million invested into the hood and all the people got to do is put some work in it. Let's stop these people from their hands out for shit. Same as this sector, their ears is out for fucking drama. And I ain't talking about DJ drama on the line. I'm talking about just drama itself. It's time for us not to give the drama. Let's start giving them the real. Then that's how we end all this coon shit and buffoon shit. But as long as we still have people that's going to keep entertaining it, then they're going to have the problem. But that's why you need terminators to come and terminate the shit. So once again, big shout out to Monty Woodgrain for, you know, throwing some icing on the cake on that whole Leonard honor. Like I say, yo, Leonard, when you come back, you better come back strong, homeboy. You better pray, Leonard. You better pray that Umar really does some corny, the most stupidest, craziest shit that everybody just wants you to talk about it. Nah, but everybody be want some goofy. I'm talking about. So, I mean, when I say everybody, I'm talking about where a person like D. Darrell be like, well, I expect Lennon to really get this one. Yo, I'm going to tune in. You be D. Darrell be like, yo, I'm going to have my popcorn and wine, my Jiffy Pop. You got to pray that Umar do some shit like that. But if you come back, if we go back into 2022 and he don't have the HVAC on the roof, which I don't know if he does or not, or does or don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I ain't paying attention. I don't know if that shit went on last week, last month, if it's coming up there next year. Maybe he's on that rocket. You know what I'm saying? But if that's what you're gonna be talking about, the HVAC, and if everybody's sitting back waiting for you to talk about the HVAC, then everybody's a coon of the year that's in your live. If everybody's waiting for you to come back and talk about the HVAC, to go into school that he supposedly don't have. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Remember, you said he don't have a building. So technically, once the building was there, for you to keep going on, it was like really over. But you kept going and going on. So if you keep going on about somebody motherfucking HVAC, but like I said, you really need to start going on like, let's find out what Don's talking about, because Don said this school is not going to open. And let's have a dialogue about it. It's time for you to really bring the real to your platform, because there's nothing else for you to talk about with him that doesn't have my name involved with it now. You danced around the whole solar system. Now it's time for you to really entertain the people with real dialogue. Otherwise, you're still cooning around. So a person would say, "Oh, so he's not cooning if he put you on his panel, he's talking to you." Of course not. That's 25,000 views, like probably instantaneously. That's how you come back. You hit me on my email address, icydon502@gmail.com, and you be like, "Yo, Don, you know what? When I come back, I want to have you in an interview, and I'm going to set it up right. Come back in a week or two, but you have it already put up there. You get 25,000 because you need to talk to me. We need to have a conversation, a nice, smooth conversation. I ain't talking about no beef. I ain't got no beef with you. I have beef if you come back talk about some fucking HVAC, though. Have some beef if you coming back to about, oh, Umar Johnson got a new girlfriend. That's some high school shit. You can't chat. You can't. Yo, look, you can't even chastise your kids because look how you act. So if they're going back and forth with someone who's shit in school, and then your son come back and have his fucking eyeball punched in, what are you gonna say when he learned everything from you? Just that shit. No, this is real time in their lives. You gotta understand what you're doing is you showing some other shit. You better be having those kids homeschool. They fuck around, be like you, and get punched in the nose. This is not no game. Coon of the Year nominees. Who has a Coon of the Year nominee? It could be in the sector, like I said. It could be a celebrity. It could be another YouTube personality. It just have to be somebody that we kind of just know that we all can like say, oh yeah, yep, that's a good one. Freddie Gibbs has been in the spotlight a whole lot. I'm trying to figure out why Freddie Gibbs has been in the spotlight so much. Why is Freddie Gibbs in the spotlight so much? Because Freddie Gibbs really wants some attention. And Freddie Gibbs needs to get this attention. And we ain't talking about no Coon or your attention. But we talk about like he really need to come over here and step up more on that Umar. He need to stop beefing with everybody and really just, if you want attention, go call Umar Johnson out for real, for real. Because right now it seems like Freddie Gibbs is going to. I don't know, man. I'm getting nerves on his ass. I ain't know nothing about him, but now I done seen him beef with Alchemist. I seen him with beef with what's the nigga name? Jim Jones. Like, and it was another person he had just got recent beef with. Like what is going on with this man? If you're gonna say that you should have got the Grammy over Nas, and let's say you got a Grammy, it's time to step up your elegance. That's what I'm looking at. Everything we got to step away from this hood tactic shit, the guerrilla warfare. I say that for you because right now you in too much spotlight. And it's not looking good because you know what I'm saying. It's really just not looking good because like for some reason it's always you coming out on some beef shit. It's like YouTube. I mean, it's like YouTube and Google is labeling you like a troublemaker. You don't want that attention. You don't want that to end your legacy. You a troublemaker. This might seem like I'm all over the place, but nah, it's just trains of thoughts. Cause I'm trying to figure out is he cooning around or just acting the fuck up or just being a nigga. But he's in too much spotlight right now. Cause see, I'm thinking nominees for Coon of the Year. And like I say, it's not about anything except for real right now. It was about us really calling us out on for what it is and then moving forward. Same way people want to call me some dusty and bum, people still can call me dusty bum because compared to a lot of people pockets, I'm a broke nigga. But no, you can't call me dusty bum because you already know that that's not it. That's not the character. That's not the person. And so we have to start proving that we're not coons and buffoons. And so we have to really sometimes be called out. So, you know, I ain't like saying we ain't calling me coon right now, but don't end up in jail, homeboy. Freddie, don't end up in jail or really underneath a bullet. Enjoy some of the riches that's coming your way before all our riches is gone. You know what I'm saying? We got to step up our game and our mindset. But let's go back on this Coon of the Year nomination. Who has one last nominee for me to seal up this deal before? I'm gonna do I'm gonna do two different votes. One vote, I'm gonna do a pool. I'm gonna put the names in the bag, and I'm gonna draw the names out. I'm gonna draw the name out for the Coon of the Year. I'm gonna do it that way and see how that turns out. And then there's gonna be another way. I'm just gonna tally it up based on my certain poll. But I told you I'm leaning with Leonard Arne. And if Leonard Arne comes back before the New Year's, and he talk about Umar Johnson, on some old goofy fruitcake buttercup shit. He wanted to know. But hands down, he won. And mess around, he might just come back and do it just to win the nominee, just because he likes shit like that. But I don't think so, because he truly disappeared, folks. I don't want Monty to let up neither. So, like, if he do come out, I hope Monty just keep tearing a hole in his ass. I reached out to Monty as I'm gonna reach out to him again. I actually would like to do something with him. I would like to do a skit with him. We in Philly, dude. We could pull up and do something real good. We can even go to the FDMG. I would love to do that. Because like I said, when you came up in the FDMG, you was pulling on those doors, dog. They didn't like that. He didn't like that. And when he showed me the video, I was like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? I ain't like that. I was like, yo, he's out of control. This is, you know what I'm saying? You was at the door. I mean, you was pulling the bitch. And so when people say, yo, why? Okay, Umar Johnson was getting new doors on the building. Could the doors been pulled many times? I don't think he's the only one that was pulling on those doors. Because it was one time I was out there painting, and I was looking at the door. I was like, yo, this is not right. I could tell that someone was prying at it. So when he get the cameras now, I understand why they had to really get those cameras and put out there. But this is the shit that you guys see all the money that you've been making the niggas spend to entertain the people on goofy shit. And so then be like, oh, why is no HVAC money? Oh, because spent $10,000 on security camera for an abandoned building. And trust me, folks, he's stupid like that. Because he had the windows barricaded up and boarded up, but he wanted to secure it more. So he hired this person to come and secure it more, and they charged him $2,500. I'm like, nigga, we could have did that. Especially for what they did, they ain't do nothing that we couldn't done. And they paid him. I don't know if he paid him to come to the other side and do the other side, but yeah. And the other side behind the school was all pride art. So what I'm trying to tell you is that a lot of money that y'all don't see be wasted on shit because people be violating. So yeah, Monty, yeah, you know, when you was jinking and pulling on the doors, you know what I'm saying, you was definitely on his hit list #1. It was like, damn, he gotta get popped. And so he, you know, he was trying to pump him into the other people head and make you feel like him. But like I said, once I really started paying attention and listen to you talk about you know, you from Philly, he from Philly, he ain't even doing shit right. So I always had that in my mind, like, yo, damn, Umar, you need to really address these brothers. You really need to address these people. But he just wanted to address you as haters and the side put people on the side, which is not the right thing to do. He needs to really understand that to address people don't necessarily mean you got hate. You got also anger. You can address people with such finesse and end things. I don't know how you ended. I don't know how you ended that little fucking party with Smoke, but somehow you ended and you got a FDMG fan, FDMG supporter, which is the funniest shit ever. Flip flopping. You understand what I'm saying? With the flip flopping. flip-flopping. And everyone, all flip-floppers is all mad at me, angry and showing more aggression at me, but flip-flopping all over the place with other people and buddy with everything else, but mad at me. It's all right, because Don about to get his money, which is the most important thing outside getting this message to you folks. That black man rise, original rebel. Understand, folks? See, outside me getting my bread, that's one thing. But that's not it. It's about getting to your ears. It's about being on the platform to be able to express the message. And the message is 2020, 20, or what was it? 3 2s? 3 2s. It might, I'm gonna give you like a little bit of science on that. 3 2s and you multiply it by 3. What's that? That's 666. Like I say, next year we better wake up. Starting right now. I mean, that math just kind of like hit me. I don't know if other people really kick it and bring it to you like that. Many people should. But just, you know what I'm saying? Just an eye opener. Next year's the year of the triple twos, the, which is 666. You will be seeing the face of the devil this year. It will reveal itself this year. I think this is one of those biblical years for you folks. That's why I'm so adamant about getting this message out. I couldn't break it down. I didn't understand. I didn't know why. I didn't know why I had to be in this situation. I didn't understand why I had to be here at this moment in time to be able to talk to whoever's listening. Since I came back, I almost have 20,000 people actually tuned in, or even if they just tuned in by accident, but I have at least like 20,000 people damn near who, you know, tuned in to hear what the hell I have to say on such a small platform. So I know that it's my job, especially after I get over this Umar's case and get my situation straight, to build a stronger platform, because you guys got to understand that this is the year you will see the devil's face if you haven't already seen it. It's been revealing its face. It's been revealing, it's been taking the veil off his face. It's been taking the sheet off his head. But now it's about to really show all of its heads. You're about to see the dragon. I told you I'm here to cut the head off the dragon, folks. I said that at the beginning. As I'm thinking about it now, that's what I said. I forgot I say things. I'll be blacking out. I'll be forgetting what the hell I say. But yeah, I told you. Black man rise, original rebel. Once you can understand those words, then you understand why I'm calling them coons out. We are the original rebels. We're not in our right mindset. We're in a sunken place mentally, which when most people was in a deep sunken place, most people get drunk and they want to laugh to overshadow their woes and their fears. But I'm here to say, black man rise, original rebel, because it's time for you to rise up. Because this will be a year that you will see the devil's face at the ultimate highest level. We have moved forward in life. We are so far in the future that we don't even understand. They done sent a telescope into the, or they'll be sending a telescope into space next week. In a couple of days, they'll be sending this telescope that can see back to the Big Bang. Now, how? What the hell? They talk about the shit is giant mirrors. What the hell they doing? What's going on? What kind of technology? What kind of knowledge they are on? Is they really on some alien type of knowledge? And I want y'all to really comprehend what I'm trying to get in your minds, because, like, I mean, this is gonna be sound. It's gonna sound like baby ABC baby shit. But everybody who can see can look up into the sky and see the moon. And so, like, if you was to ask yourself right now, what's the furthest you can see? Like, how far you can see? And you stand like, and you go outside and you look on your block and you look straight on the flat surface. You can't see but down a few blocks. Maybe you can see down about, like, if you have a clear straightaway, maybe you can see about like 100 blocks down. Some people can stand. You can see from, like, I'm from New York. You can see. I'm being Queens. You can see Manhattan. You can see the buildings. When I'm saying to you, if you look up, you can see 330,000 miles of free space. If there's nothing in front of you, your eyes, as a, what they say, a pure mediocre human being, has the superpowers to see 330,000 miles, not feet, miles. If I'm not mistaken, I think they said 330,000 miles. And they said the asteroid that supposedly went by us just recently was like 2.4 million miles away. And at 10 a.m., that was at the point that you would be able to see it the most. Like, huh? With my naked eyes, I'll be able to see something like 2.4 million miles away, up straight in the air. We're super beings. And they are putting technology up in the sky to see the future, I mean, the past. Sounds so weird, but that's what they're putting up there. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Maybe they saying it's a scientific way that I'm just saying it wrong, or thinking it wrong, or hearing it wrong. But they are putting up a telescope that can see in the past. I'll say it again. 2022. I'm not going to say 2022 no more. I'm saying 666. That's the new year for me. Next year is 666. Okay. Remember when 9/11 took place and those towers fell down, and you saw like a dust face in the buildings when it was coming down. You saw this big old dust face. It looked like, what the fuck is that? It looked like some old demon shit. You about the face of this world's demon is going to show itself. It's the year 666, folks. A lot of people going to be doing good because those are demon children. Those are going to be ones that's going to be like, fuck it, I serving it. Those are going to be the ones who's doing not even know they serving. They just going to be doing good, so they could continue doing what they do, serving. And as long as they can just keep their heads lean way deep into their shoulders, I'll show you what I mean. Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like this, not like this, chest up like this. Like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Pull the hat down, not be seen. they can get by, and they think nobody's seeing them. But I'm calling you out right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling you out because you have to be called out. This is the double year next year. And if you still gonna be doing those little things that just keep getting by, knowing that you're doing the wrong thing, not doing the right thing, eventually it's gonna bite you. And when it do, it's gonna be like, holy shit. And I'm trying to tell y'all, wake up. We going into the devil's year. Next year, 666. Triple twos, 666. Why you think they talk about getting the fuck up out of here? Like I said, you going to see the face. Like no, it's like holy shit, this is for real. And then from there, it's tribulation times. So just imagine as the face is being revealed, how that how this year gonna be if we all discombobulated. That's why it's gonna be tribulation time because we was discombobulated. I'm trying to help you with the script. I just so happen to know the script. I'm behind the scenes. I'm trying to tell you. So if you don't want to have much tribulations, because it's going to be tribulations because we have too many ignorant motherfuckers. But if you don't want to have much tribulations, then it's time for you to recognize that this is the year that you must recognize that you've been seeing the devil's face. You just been having a blind eye to it. And now it's time for you to open your eyes. And the faster you can open it, the faster we can start fixing it, the situation to better ourselves through the tribulation. Because coming back and talk about what kind of underwear he wear and what color or what kind of cologne he had on, or if he had was that oil he had on, or was that cologne? It's not making it. It's not cutting it in the year 666. We are in the year of 666. And it's scarier than what you can imagine because you don't want to imagine nothing at all. But I'm here to not be, slapping people all over the place. I'm here to really start picking you up because I've seen so many people fall down, and it's time for us to pick each other up. And when I say, how do you, what you mean you seen too many people? Because all this flip flopping all over the damn place. I know people fell in many different ways. People fell victim to many different things, to a lot of buffoon. So it's time for me to pick you up from this shit. Every time I go live, even with just 130 some subscribers, I should have 50 to 100 people in my lives. Next time I do a live, I don't know when it's going to be. Because this is like one of the realest lives I can talk about. Because it just came to me as I'm doing the live that next year represents 666. We trying to figure out why all this shit's happening. Because the face is showing itself, and we're not paying attention to the face. Because we want to recognize and be recognized. We want to recognize this person, and we want to recognize that person, and we want some attention, and we want that. We want some money. Oh, I ain't get paid. We all over the place, but not paying attention to the fact that this demon is showing his face and challenging us and saying, what are you going to do about it? And that's what I'm saying. All we're going to do is be coons. And I'm saying that got to come to an end. I seen somebody. I popped up in somebody. I popped up in Smoke Live yesterday. I think I don't know what day it was. I don't know. And I seen somebody. I mean, I ain't even say nothing. I just seen in the chat somebody had mentioned me. It was so weird because when I popped over there, within a few minutes, that's when I seen it. I was like, okay, what's that about? And it said in some weird way, he said like in some weird way, maybe Don was right. Now I don't know what he was talking about because I don't know what Smoke was talking about that made that person write that. But for him to say in some weird way, maybe Don was right. If y'all take away the word weird and some and just leave it, Don is right. And from there, I'm telling y'all, it's time to move forward. Follow the tracks I'm putting out there. Follow the tracks that I see. Follow the tracks that I'm following. Because as we leave out this year of the bullshit and go into the year of the real, it's time for us to understand that this is the year of the devil revealing itself, showing its true colors, showing its real true game plan. Like we about to really understand what this whole vaccination shit is truly about. Don't y'all really want to know what it's really about? We are in 100% foot goose steps of this whole new world order. It's like really like 1000%, like knocking at your front door. Like, don't be surprised. Like, if sometime this year, going to next year, people, especially up in the projects, getting house call visits to get vaccinated in your house if they're not already doing that. People knocking on the door saying, "We have you in the system not being vaccinated. Are you going to get vaccinated today? We have the vaccination right here. If you're not, you'll be ordered to come down or fined." We about to move into that. They about to have it in that type of system real soon. See, they can play with this shit so well. And then they have the AI people. They have the artificial intelligent motherfuckers. Imagine robots coming to your house to give you a vaccination. The robots is accompanied by a real nurse that can't handle that robot, because if that robot really decided it wanted to do anything to you, it could crush your head. But they have human-like robots that they are really launching real soon. When you think they're gonna launch it? 2020 666 sound like a good year to launch that shit. If I could think it can happen. Can you imagine sitting in your home and you be getting a surprise visit by a damn AI, a robot, talk about you have to be vaccinated? Thank you for your cooperation. Now that wasn't a problem, was it? They can talk. They can have dialogue. They have sense of humor. They know how to lie. So if this clown come back talking about some old Umar Johnson is dipping in the cookie jar again because Umar Johnson went on a date or Umar Johnson got some coochie. If he comes back after all this time talk about that shit, when we got real shit going on in this world, and it's time for us to really start calling out the frauds, the real frauds, and how they've been bamboozling the people. If he can't do nothing on that, that means that he's too. His friends must be too tied into some type of elitism that he don't want to talk about certain and address certain issues. So it's just easy just to downgrade a black man and really we downgrade him. Anyway, thanks for listening and your support. Y'all have a beautiful evening. Peace.